Alright, chat. So today, I'm gonna be working on I'm gonna make a Pokemon game. I said working on like it's already made. It has not been made yet. So chat, we're gonna hope that this works. Hopefully, we have everything to work. I downloaded. Yeah, where did I download it to? I downloaded the Pokemon Essentials, which is what almost all people use. So yeah, let me open project. I will just copy and then paste. Unexpected file format. Oh, maybe I might have to unzip the file. What if I just open it up like in here? Extract all. Extract. Okay, chat. So it might take a while for like me to get all this stuff. Imagine low-key getting that low taper fade. Ninja should bring that back. We gotta bring that back, bro. That's the best meme. Name a better meme than the low taper fade. You can't. It's the best meme. It's just the best meme, bro. Ban admin abuse tomorrow? What do you mean? Just like we're just doing an admin abuse? Like on my stream? Or are you talking about like a Roblox game? Think we do it like this? Yes. Okay, chat. Steel Brain Rot admin abuse? Bro, I don't want to stream that. What time is that? I might not even be able to get to it. Roblox game? Okay. So chat. What this is Pokemon Essentials. Now chat, Pokemon Essentials is what people use to make like Pokemon fan games. So chat, I wanna see, can we just like make a Pokemon game? How hard can it be? So this is playtest, chat. 3 p.m. Okay, maybe. I don't know. But chat, let's just playtest it. This is just the game without me adding anything. Please refer to the Pokemon Wiki for documentation. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. So see chat, it just starts off like with that. So it's just basically Pokemon. This is a very basic Pokemon game. It's a lot like, I think it's a lot like Pokemon Red and Blue and stuff. So it's really easy. It's like we're gonna try to see if we can make this like my own. So chat, this is guy Thundaga. He has tutorials on his channel. So chat, Ben do a Nuzlocke. If we make a game, I do want to do a Nuzlocke on a normal Pokemon game. I got a 3DS and I have a game on there. Once I beat Pokemon X, I might Nuzlocke that. Not gonna lie, I think he probably gonna get copyrighted unless it's an actual thing you can do. Well, this guy's not copyrighted. He's been posting for years. So chat, this guy Thundaga, he has a video. I think it's probably one of his first videos. Yeah, how to make a Pokemon game in RPG Maker. So this is the very basics. I think this is actually the one we want to watch because this is a lot more. This is newer. So chat, credit to Thundaga because if we end up making this, it's gonna be up to him. So yeah, this is him downloading stuff.
A lot of different maps that you can browse here.
He's talking about all the maps. So I want to learn how to make a new map. So chat, credit to Thundaga.
Okay. To make a new map, just right-click anywhere in the map list and then select New Map.
Okay. So we can make a new map. Chat, we name it Benville. Bensville. Maybe we make this like the starting area or something. How do I like move it? I don't think I can move around.
From here, you'll see a window for your map's properties. First is the map's
Can I
name.
edit the properties?
Let's just call our map something basic like Test Town for now. Next is the tile set. You can
Okay, so you have
select from a bunch of different tile sets here. For
So these are the tile sets. Can we only have one tile set?
example, if you wanted to make a gym or a cave or just an interior map. But for our test town, let's choose outside.
Here, okay. I'm gonna redo this. I'm gonna redo Bensville. Oh, I also have it... So I made it within another thing, I think. New map. Bensville. And then we have it be outside. Sure. And then we can change the width to like 50 by 50. There we go. So now it's huge. Huge map.
Next is the width and height. I like to make my maps kind of big and then whittle them down over time and refine them. So let's start with something like 40 by
What's
30.
up, Giovanni?
These values can always be changed later too, so don't stress out too much about setting the perfect width and height here, but also make sure not to set them too high. If you go with something massive like 100
What's up, Michelle? Is that Michelle or is that Michael? I'm pretty sure that's Michelle.
by 100,
Michelle
there's a good chance your game will lag and run poorly.
Benville is the most unoriginal name I've ever heard in my life. Well, it's just a test name, bro. We're just making a thing to get started.
While we're on the subject of do's and don'ts, don't worry about the encounters or
I'm gonna
steps
speed
average
this guy
fields
up
on
a
the
little
right
bit.
here. These values are not used by Pokemon Essentials and you don't have to worry about them. Next is Auto Change BGM and Auto Change BGS. I basically always use Auto Change BGM
What's up,
and I hardly
the guy that I'm not saying your name.
ever use
The guy
Auto
with the
Change
super
BGS.
long name in the chat.
BGM is background music for your map, and setting it here will make it so that way when you first enter the map, it will automatically change to start playing the background music. BGS is background sound. So for example, if you wanted to have a map with like rain and raining effects, but also having music, you could have background sound for rain and raindrops, and then background music for your
Okay.
map. But I'm just gonna go with some background music. How about
Can't be at
Sodolin
this stream for long because another person is streaming and he doesn't stream often. That's fine, man.
City? Let's listen to that.
Yeah, I stream like almost every day. I stream a lot. Not for very long though.
Yeah, that's some good music. That's certainly cooler than Celadon City. All right, let's accept that and use that for our map. And here we go. We have ourselves a lovely empty map. Now that our empty map is created, let's start filling it out by adding tiles from the tile set. To do this,
Okay, so chat, he's gonna do that, so I'm gonna do that.
you want to select
me
the
see
Layer
what he
1,
says.
Layer 2, or Layer 3 buttons up here in the top bar.
Yeah,
Layer
I wanna see about this because I wanna see what layers we should have stuff on.
1 is
And
the
then I'll
lowest
start
layer,
looking on the map.
and is typically used for stuff like ground or grass. Layer 2 is then the next highest layer, and Layer 3 is the top layer. Layer 2 and 3 are typically used for everything above the ground, like trees or houses. Let's start now by adding some cool grass to our map. What I'd recommend
Here,
is
I
just
guess I could just look. I could just look at like if I go to Lappet Town, these are all the layers. But then this is like, so layer 1 is it the trees? What's layer 3? Oh, okay. So the tops of the trees, I think you can't touch. Maybe. Okay. But okay, so this is the ground underneath the trees. That makes sense then. So let's just start off with the ground then. We'll just do that and then paste that on here. Maybe do some of that, some of that. So now, chat, we have grass. This is just grass. Jobs are scary. I agree. But it's worth it. So we should do this, 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 and then we can do this. Why won't it? It won't do this one here. Wait, add your dog as a Pokemon? I don't have a dog. Are you talking about Burger Cat? Burger Cat would be a good Pokemon. This right here, the thing next to me, that's Burger Cat. That's not a dog. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now we have a little bit of grass. I want to see what he's doing.
Clicking on the grass in the tile set, making sure we're on layer 1, and then left-clicking in our map to start drawing some grass. But this is pretty slow. To speed up this process, we can click on the paint bucket tool here, and then just left-click and it'll fill in all the empty spaces with grass. Now look at that.
I mean, like his voice. His voice is slow.
Nice start to our map. There are also rectangle draw tools and ellipse draw tools for if you want to draw a circle or something, but I don't use these too often, but it's nice to know that they're there. Alright, now that we've added some tiles to the ground layer, let's start adding some trees to the second layer. To do this, let's first go back to our pencil draw and select the second layer. Now, let's scroll down through our tile set until we find a nice tree.
And then trees.
Here we go, that's a nice looking tree. So what we could do is we could click on an individual tile, and then click on another individual tile, but this is kind of slow. There is a...
Okay, so let's see. Let's go to layer 2, and then chat, let's place down some trees. So this is a tree he did. Okay, why is it doing only one tile? I feel like if I do all this, shouldn't it do all of them? I feel like that's what he does.
Faster way to draw trees. You can right-click and drag to select multiple
tiles. Oh, you right-click and drag. Okay. I was left-clicking. So now let's try. Okay, now it didn't even do any of them. Oh! I was selecting circle. That's why. Okay. I was selecting the circle tool. I didn't have pencil tool on. What's up? I don't know how to pronounce your name. The guy that posted the most recent thing in the chat. Then do we have a delete? I don't think we do. I guess we can use. Do these work? No. How do you delete stuff? Is there no like erase tool? Wait, is it this? Cut. I don't want to do that. That deletes this too. Okay, that's kind of weird. I wish it didn't do that.
Tiles at the same time from the tileset browser, and then you can left click anywhere.
Stike or Stike? How do I pronounce that?
To draw that selection. And look at that. Now we can left click in multiple places and draw multiple trees. Now that's pretty convenient. If we want, we could even use this process to draw an entire house at the same time. If we keep on scrolling down through the tile set, here we go, that's a nice looking house. I like this one here with the blue roof. You can right click and drag and select the whole dang thing, and then left click and then bada boom. We can start drawing houses everywhere. Now that's a pretty nice looking town, wouldn't you say? As a pro tip, you can also use this right click and drag tool to select empty space and then use it as a
John Phillips music
form of erasing things. I use this all the time. Right clicking and dragging has to be my most commonly used shortcut when it comes.
Right click and drag. Okay. Yo, someone subscribed. Okay, wait. Let me fix that. Okay. My Streamlabs is a little bit glitchy. That's not what it should. That's not what the image it's supposed to show when it does that. I'm gonna try to fix that because I'm gonna forget if I don't do it now. Thank you whoever just subscribed. It should do this. I don't know why it does the other thing. Because you subscribed on YouTube, right? Wait, does this... Let me test it. It should do that. I don't know why it does the Streamlabs default thing. Okay. I'll try to fix that later. Yeah. Thank you for subscribing, whoever just did that.
Comes to making maps here in Pokemon Essentials. Like, let's say we want to delete some of those trees or some houses. I can just right-click and drag this empty space, and then left-click, and bada boom. Look at that. I'm essentially painting over them with emptiness, and this is extremely convenient. I highly recommend getting used to right-clicking and dragging as a form of moving things or deleting things when it comes to making maps in Pokemon Essentials. It'll save you so much time, and yeah, this has to be one of the most used things, and it's so simple. Right-click and drag. Another pro tip, if you want to isolate a layer when making maps...
Wait, so... I kind of forget what you did. But to delete something... So if I'm on this tab, if I right-click that, okay, so that's how you delete. You right-click, and then now I'm selecting nothing. So when I paste, it just does nothing. So if I want to delete this tree right here, I'll just do that. Boom. Okay. And then he was doing the houses on the same layer as the trees. So let's do that. Let's go to layer 2. there a house in here? Yeah, here's a house. Okay. So we can do a house here, house here, greenhouse. Which one is the Pokemon lab? Maybe we can look at that later. Subbed, congrats. Who's this? Chat, I did it. Oh, the one on 2K. Chat, this video did real well. I found you on Roblox? Okay, thank you. This looks like a Pokemon lab. Here, let me move my chat, because it's kind of in the way of this, and there's basically nothing on this part of the screen. We can do that. That's a gym. Yeah, this looks like a Pokemon lab. Okay, so now we have all those. Oh shoot, I clicked off the video. What's up, Cloaked Halo? Let's look back at Thundaga's video that we were just watching. Subscribe for Aura's live. Reading Avengers comics. Wait, who is subscribed for Aura? Is this the
call
one
on the blasted radio? Ben Grimm, you know.
What? They're just reading comics? I feel like that's not even legal. Okay. Thundaga. So let's look back, cause I want to figure out how to do like playtests better. Thundaga sells out. I hope people buy his merch, cause he's a W YouTuber. W tutorials.
Maps, you can press the F4
I watch
key
your
on your
videos.
keyboard.
Thank you.
I use this a lot as well. This makes it easier to tell
Wait, what?
which layer
Oh,
you're
wait, so F4? Chat, F4. F4 will make it so I can see all of it, or none of it. Okay. Or not none of it, but only the layer I'm on.
currently looking at when editing a map. Here we can see that layer 2 has been highlighted and layer 1 has been dimmed. If we go to view layer 1, look at that, the layers above it are no longer visible. And we want to make them visible, we can hit F3. And look at that, now we have kind of like a shadow overlay. So F3 and F4 are very
F3
useful.
and F4, okay.
And last but not least, another extremely useful short.
What YouTubers do you watch? Joe Butt. Joe Butt is the main one. He's my favorite one. Joe Butt, Asmongold I like. Royal Pear. Those are probably my top two. The top three.
Shortcut that I like to use is Control Z to undo. At any time, let's say you're Z and undo any
I know
action.
Control Z.
And this also
So
works
these are
for
just
multiple
the
actions in a
basics?
row. This next part of the video will probably be the most complicated part of the video because it
I wanna do this part because this part's probably the hardest part. Edit an intro event.
briefly touches on
So this is how we're gonna be able to playtest and do the intro and stuff.
events, but don't worry, we'll go through it pretty slowly, and in a couple minutes time, we'll be playtesting our game.
Ants W official. I'll do what you said once I have this. Once I do the same thing he's gonna do in a second.
First, select the Events editor, which is next to layer 3 here in the
Okay, events. The events editor.
top bar. Events are what will end up powering a lot of your game, and we'll cover them in a lot more detail in the future, but for now, let's just go to the intro map. This is
Okay, let's go to the intro map. Wait, we don't have to do this yet.
a pretty empty looking map, but in the top left and bottom left are two events. In the top left is the full intro, which typically plays when you start the game and Professor Oak talks to you. At any time, you can right click and select Edit Event to view some of this. But don't worry, this is kind of complicated stuff, and we
So
will
we can change what Professor Oak says. That's pretty cool.
cover all of this in the future. So you don't have to worry too much about the event commands here. For now, what we want to do is we want to disable the full intro though. So in order to do this, in the bottom section here, where
Okay, so let's go over here. So make, he went to intro, he clicked on the top left, and then,
it says auto run, instead let's just change this to action button.
so let's change this to action button. And then
for now, and then hit apply, so it doesn't run anymore.
and then hit apply. Boom. Okay. So now that won't do the main animation.
And then we can hit OK to close this out.
Apparently you can go from 0 to a complete site in just a
Well, Sambucha's doing AI ads now. I don't know how I feel about that, because I like Sambucha, but I don't like AI.
What we want to do is instead go to the bottom left here, because this is the quick start intro. What this does is it skips that whole spiel
My YouTuber I watch sometimes you, but also Kai. Who's Kai?
where Professor Oak talks to
I
you
seen that.
and just teleports you to a map and changes your name and sets a couple other variables. Since we want to make it so that way the quick start intro automatically plays, let's go down into the trigger and
then we
change
do
that one to
auto run?
auto run. Now,
Yeah.
whenever we enter this map, the quick start intro will automatically play. And just like that, we're already almost done. There's only one more thing that we need to do. In the middle of the event commands here for the quick start intro
Okay, so let's do that. We do auto run, and then he does a few other things.
is a transfer player command. What this does is teleports the player to a map. And as we can see right here, it's transferring us to map 3, which is the player's house. But we want to edit it so it transfers us to our cool new map that we made. So instead, let's just do right click, edit, and then in the direct appointment field here, we can just double click this and start browsing.
Okay, so let's do that. So it's gonna go to player's house. Wait, that's not what I meant to do. Right click, edit, and then we want to go to Benville. Okay. And then do we apply?
Through the map list. Pull through the map here, and then left click on a point, and that will be where we are teleported to. So let's just teleport in front of this house for now. This is a pretty cool looking house, and we'll probably make this our house. And then just hit OK.
Okay. And apply. I think that's all.
Then after that, we can also select the direction.
Is your game gonna be on all devices? Probably not. I mean, I'm gonna make a Roblox game, so that's gonna be on all devices. On all devices. If I keep working on this Pokemon game, it'll probably only be on PC. There's probably some way I could get it to be on like mobile though. I'm not sure. There's probably some way.
Here, let's make it so
I'm
our
not
player's
sure, though.
facing down. We don't have to worry too much about a fade. And for a point with variables, I'd say don't worry about this. Don't bother with this. 22, which is called Test Town. And then next to that is the coordinates, which is 12, 8 will be facing down, and there's no fade. 12 is the X, 8 is the Y. And then now we can hit apply. And just like that, when we start our game, we will be warped
Okay, chat.
to-
Let's test this. Let's make sure this works. And then someone said to check art in the Discord server, so I'll do that. I'll save all these changes. I'm on phone. If you're gonna make a Roblox game, I'll play it. Yeah, we are gonna make a Roblox game. Shout out to Pool Productions. He's been making my Roblox game. Okay, so chat, we're in the game. Arrow keys lets me move around. We can collide with everything, I think. Yep. We can't go in the houses yet. And we're gonna have to fix this. Because there's just like a black. So chat, the game works. It's all like functional. We haven't, there's like, I mean it works, but there's nothing to do. But I mean there shouldn't be anything to do though, because we didn't do anything yet. So I'll check the Discord real quick though. What's in the Discord? W Pool Productions looks so cool. What looks so cool? The game, the Roblox game, the okay. What is it? Hashtag art. I think so. What was the question? Which Baryonyx do you like better? This one? The one with the green. Tell chat this is tough. Chat, this is not tough. My face reveal. Wow. W face reveal. YouTube suggestions. General. Okay. Okay, chat. What are we doing? I guess nothing. We didn't really have an objective.
Our cool new map. There are two quick things though that I want to cover really quick though before we start playtesting the game. First is changing the game's name. In order to do this, you should go to the top bar here and select game, then go down and select change title.
Title. Okay.
This will give you the prompt.
Game, change title. Pokemon. Ben Edition. We'll call it that for now.
To change your game's name, and by default it's Pokemon Essentials V20.1. Let's just call our game Thundaga. To a unique game name is because save data is created and loaded based on the game name you've selected.
We did that.
And it's probably not a good idea to have your game name be Pokemon Essentials V20.1. If somebody else has the exact same game name, Pokemon Essentials V20.1, weird stuff can happen where two games are using the same save data, and we probably don't want that.
Okay. So, chat, we did that. We named the game Pokemon Ben Edition. Hopefully no one else has that on their computer. Another game called Pokemon Ben Edition.
Between debug mode and non-debug mode. If you hit the green arrow here in RPG Maker, you'll begin playtesting the game in debug mode, which gives you access to some very useful debugs for testing. These debugs can be accessed from the pause menu or by pressing the F9 key on your keyboard.
F9, okay. We didn't do that, so let's test that. It still says Pokemon Essentials, so we might have to fix that. Wait, how do I pause the game? Tab, Q, is it X? Oh, it's Z. Debug. Okay, X. Wait, no. C. Enter. Add Pokemon. So we can add Pokemon to our team. Let's add a Beedrill to our team. Set the Pokemon's level. Wait, is there infinite levels? Let's max them out, chat. Set the Pokemon's level. Oh, it doesn't let you do that. Okay. I'll add a, what are these? Regidrago, Zarude? Wait, these are like the new Pokemon. Okay, they have like all the new ones. Let's get Calyrex in. Level 5 Calyrex. So they have all the new Pokemon. Okay. So now, is that in my party? It is. Oh, it doesn't have a sprite though. Do the other ones have sprites? I think that's probably just because it's a new one. Let's go to, debug. We'll do Pokemon. Add Pokemon. We'll just do like War Portal. Do that. We'll open up the party. Is he in there? He is. Okay, so it's just... That's what... Calyrex is like a DLC Pokemon. It's not even... There's not a 2D sprite of it. So that makes sense.
To playtest the game without debug mode, we'll disable access to debug and more properly emulate the experience that players who playtest your game will have. I highly recommend testing your game both in debug mode and in non-debug mode, because sometimes that can be critical for catching bugs that you may have missed if you're only playing in debug mode. Alright, with all that said, let's start playing here to compiler plugin, compiling all the changes, but we didn't really have any changes, so it was very fast for us. Now, let's hit new game and start testing out our cool map. Hey, there we are, we're in Test Town! In the slides, all the links and everything that I mentioned in the video.
So, we have figured out, like, those are the very, very basics of Pokemon Essentials. So, we have Bensville. We have the debug stuff. So, when you spawn in the game, you'll be here, and you'll be able to walk around and stuff. And you'll be in the town, it won't do the intro and stuff. Now, I think somewhere in here, how to make a Pokemon game. Now, he has so many things on his channel. He needs to get rid of these. I don't think anyone's watching these. No offense, Thundaga, but I'm just saying, man. I actually joined some of his live streams. Oh, here it is. One of his newer ones. Okay. Then I have a question. What's the question?
Let's play.
What is your favorite dinosaur? I don't know that many dinosaurs. Probably just like T-Rex or something. What are those? Raptors. Raptors are my favorite. Why is YouTube doing this?
Pokemon
I
game in
clicked on this?
RPG Maker
Okay.
and Pokemon Essentials. In this episode, we'll discuss how to connect two maps together using
Is it gonna stop being laggy? Okay, the shift map tool. So let's get to this part.
of these homes. What I could do
Oh, he's gonna do map connections. So this like will connect like this door of the house to the inside of a house, which is cool.
is go to their lair and then right click them and paint them again, but I think this is a very good opportunity to show off the Shift Map tool. To open the Shift Map tool, all you need to do is press left Control and T. From here, we can select the direction that we'd like to shift our map, as well as the number of tiles. I'd like to shift these homes to the right over a bit, and let's say about 8
Okay, so we
tiles.
don't- I
Then
don't
from
think I
here, we
care
just
about
hit
this.
OK, and look at that, it shifted everything over. Now, let's shift them down a little bit.
I don't think I need to shift anything. But chat, this is important. Trees and map. So you know, chat, when I was playtesting the game a little bit, yeah. I wish you could scroll. Can I not? Like with my scroll wheel. Congratulations. Your comment got a heart. Okay. I clicked F11 and it did that. Okay. Is there no way to full screen it? I don't think there is. Wait, how does he, like, scroll around?
This way, if you have a more complicated map with a lot of events, you can move everything over and not have to stress about dragging over every event to a new spot. Shift Map also moves any tiles that were on the edge of the map over to the opposite edge. So for example, let's open up the Route 3 map that came with Pokemon Essentials and start shifting things over. As you can see here, along the left edge of the map, there's a lot of trainer events. And then if we use Control T and
Okay.
then select left,
I'm gonna skip this part. I don't know why I was watching that.
back to Test Town and begin adding our trees. What I like to do when I paint trees is I like to go in and select the bottom 2x2 section of the tree and begin painting that around the edge of the map. Then, once I have a nice big rectangle painted, what I can do is right click and drag and select that and begin painting this as a big rectangle of trees.
Okay, so let's do that, chat. Let's... okay, it's not letting me grab a tree. Oh, cause I'm in that view. Okay. What is it? F4? Yeah, I'm gonna do... Nope, I'm gonna do F4. I'm gonna grab that, and... Wait, how do I scroll this way? Cause I can put my mouse, like, through there. Is there no way to do it? I can go down. Can I go right? Okay. So over here... Okay. So, wait. So... He only did the bottom half. So, we'll do the same thing. And then we'll do that. And we'll just keep spamming this up. There we go.
Then I like to go into the third layer and paint the top 2 tiles of trees on the third layer.
Okay, so he does the top layer and then he does the top trees. So wait, like this? Yes. So then we just do this, and then we do that. Okay, and then we're good. On that part, on that side. And then if we can we copy this? And then do this. Oh wait, we should probably start from the bottom. There we go, and then grab these. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we have a tree buffer, I think. Do you actually have a cat? Because I see the drawn cat. Yeah, I do have a real cat. I mean, no, this drawn cat. I don't have a bred cat in real life. I don't have a burger cat in real life. But I do have a cat in real life. F4? Yeah, F4. So now let's playtest this. We gotta add some music in here. Okay, so that black is just that's like around my screen. That's not because there's nothing there. Okay. But then I can't go this way. So we'll have to fix that. But let's go back to this.
And paint a few of these toppers on a couple of trees, and then we can use the same method that we
Beetle?
just did.
Yeah, Vito is this cat next to me right here. Vito is Burger Cat. But then my real life cat's name is, I have two cats. One's named Frank, one's named Clementine.
Where we can right-click and select, but make sure to also right-click and select the row of tiles above. Then what we can do is just left-click and drag this selection and make sure that our trees all look nice here. To double check, we can always press the F4 key. And
W Frank another cat. The other cat's name is Clementine.
And see our trees are looking good.
Like the orange.
This is the way that I generally like to paint my trees, where I have the base and bottom half on the second layer, and then the topper above on the third layer. I'm gonna generally be referring to these two tiles here as the topper of the tree, by the way, for reference. These are little tree toppers. One important thing that you should also keep in mind when you're adding trees around the map
I thought I had a speed boost on this guy. Why does YouTube always reset stuff like that?
is what I like to call the buffer. This is how many tiles we want to have between the player and the edge of the map. The player can see 8 tiles to their left and right, and 6 tiles above and below, so that means we want a buffer of at least 8 on the left and right edges of our map, and at least 6 on the top and bottom edges. In a little bit, I'll show an example of this in-game, where we have a buffer of only 4 along the top and bottom, and a buffer of 6 along the left and right.
And I have a question. What's your question?
And we'll be able to see out of the map. Thankfully, those tree chunks on layer 2 are 2x2 squares, so an easier way of thinking about this is that the buffer that we want are painting fast this way. I was gonna recommend maybe doing like a time lapse or something, but we don't even need that because look at that.
Okay. So I'll do that. What do you mean? He said he was gonna recommend a time lapse. What is this guy talking about? He's gonna recommend it to himself? Yeah, I don't understand that. But chat, we do this. Chat, wait. Okay. Can we just make like one row that's like really long trees? Or we can just have that. We have super short trees. Wait, no. What if we just chat, what I'm gonna do, this might be the strat. Grab the middle of a tree. Wait, oh wait, I think I was supposed to be using these. Yeah, okay. Let me just grab this, do this. And we could just act like it was always like this. And then we grab this. Wait. Okay. Does this work? Wait, does this look good? No, that doesn't work. Wait, we just need this. Okay, I'm sorry about that, chat. Messed it up. W map from Ben. But all we're doing is copying pasting trees, and I can't even. I'm not even copying pasting the trees, but now we just copy this huge chunk. And then we do that. Do that. And then I don't know how we somehow are missing like half the tree. Oh, do this. Okay. We do that. Does that copy and paste right? No, it doesn't. Why? Chat, this is rage bait. Okay, now it's going right. Wait, no it isn't. Okay. Chat, can we just have the trees be messed up in the first area? I don't think, like, who cares? It looks not too bad. Yeah, what if I just do this? And then get rid of those. Then no one knows. Wait, oh man. Okay. Okay, that should be fine. This is a little bit messed up, but chat, who cares? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So we does all this. Oh, we didn't do the top layer. Okay, we gotta do a top layer. I actually wanna move this down a little bit if we're gonna do a top layer. How does he do the shift thing?
We can already paint trees super easily. You'll notice right here at the very top, though, that I only have 2.5 trees as the buffer. So
Is it control shift? I actually want to do that. Not to the trees, but, okay. Wait, what if I can probably just copy this and then put this down? And then grab these. Boom. Okay. And then we do this. Okay, so now this looks fine. We could have some rocks here. There we go. Okay, and then we'll just grab these probably. Yeah, we'll grab this. Oh. Grab this, and then paint the bottom with this. There we go. Okay. let's grab the tree toppers. Put them right here. Delete that. Okay. The trees are a little weird, like this right here. No, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna do this. And I'll just put some like rocks. Just one rock. Okay, so now we have all this. We have like, here, let me playtest this. Make sure it works. Okay. So now you can walk around and stuff. You can go down this road. Does the scroll stop work? Oh man, it's just off. We can move it up by 1. We can just add some more trees down here. I'll just do that. So we're gonna have to remember. Okay. But we just grab that. Wait, okay. We'll just grab that and then do that. And then I'll just manually do the next ones. Okay. And then we grab all these. These two. Okay. So now we have trees and stuff. You can just like walk around. So let's check this. Hopefully, I think it should be good now. Well, I want to add some music in. So we will have to do that later. I don't know if it's... I don't think I'd get copyrighted, but... Okay. So you can walk through them. The tree toppers work. Like, you can phase through the tree toppers. Some of the trees are a little bit weird. But, chat, I didn't even notice them. So, okay, chat. I think the Sicey guy leaked the first letter of my name. What if he's just getting lucky? It's like a 5% chance to leak your name. It was like 23 letters, so it's less than 5%, but about 5%.
Let's add one more row at the very top here. And then to prove a point, let me delete this tree. We'll notice right here that the buffer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll test that out in game, but I'm promising you we'll be able to see out of the map. Let's also do that here. See, this buffer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This buffer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we stand in these tiles here, we'll probably be able to see out of the map. So let's just see how it looks in-game when we have an incorrect buffer set up. To do this, let's save our map.
Chat, I think I might, stop here on the game.
Real quick.
Because everything's functional, and then we have the buffer. And then we'll pick up later, but I'm not going to end stream just yet.
And let's go and hit play to begin playtesting the game. Alright, I'm booted into Test Town, so now let's test out this buffer. This is one of the most common mistakes that people make in their very first fan game, so what I recommend is that whenever you're playing your game, walk along the edges of the map and make sure that you can't see out of the world like this. That's not looking very good, so what we want to do is make sure that we always have that layer of 4...
Is there a way, though, that you could just, like, change the black to something else to make it look like there was extra stuff out there?
4 trees, or sorry, that row of 4 trees here. I guess it's more of a column, but either way, make sure that we have 4 trees along the left edge of our map, as well as the right edge of our map to make sure that we can't see out of the world. And also, let's showcase this along the top of our map. If we go here, it looks fine. If we go here, we can actually see out of the map. The reason for that is the tiles above us...
Okay, bye, I guess? What do you mean? I'm not ending stream, bro. Okay, but, I am gonna save this, and then I'm gonna exit out. Chat. I think that's a good. We're in a decent spot to stop. We haven't done any of the actual Pokemon stuff yet. But that's pretty advanced. We haven't done any like encounters, but it takes a while to do this stuff. And I really just, I mean, I started working on a Pokemon game before, but never got that far. And that was a while back that I did that. So, chat. I'm not gonna end stream just yet though, because there's something I want to react to. Well, either of these, chat. Cheesy Boy and Awesome, the rise of Roblox's greatest developers, and then 2026 is the new 2016. There's also, I think there might be a few other things. Chat, which one do you think we should watch? This one does have less views, but that's not. This guy's channel is really good. He's a small channel. So should we watch which one? React to Birdie? Okay, I'll do the Birdie one then. What is it? 2026 is the new 2016? Yeah. Chat, 2026 is the new 2016 by Birdie. Let's lock in, chat. This looks like it could be a good video. I was pretty lit. I was like 5 years old when it was 2016, so I don't remember everything that well.
So you want to be a...
So like, chat. Everyone's hyping up 2015 like it was the best. 2016. Everyone's always hyping up 2016 like it's the best thing ever. So chat, let's get into this. I hope this is a banger video.
16. I genuinely cannot believe it's already been 10 years. I've never felt more like an unk in my entire life. It feels like maybe 7 years ago, but 10 is crazy. And since it's been 10 years, many people are now talking about 2016 nostalgia all over the internet, including TikTok, Instagram, hell, even the Facebook moms are getting into it. Okay, I don't know about that, but
I don't know about that, chat.
you get my point. Now, along with nostalgia,
It's mostly like the like memes.
many people are predicting that since it's been 10 years, 2026 will be the new 2016. Even games like Fortnite and Angry Birds are saying this shit apparently. That's how mainstream this quote
It's happening to Angry Birds though? If they bring back Angry Birds, that's gonna be fire.
is gone.
They could bring it back on PC. Angry Birds could be good on PC, I think.
Now, I don't think 2026 will be
Angry Birds Remaster would be fire.
the new 2016, but there's definitely going to be some notable things about 2026 for sure. Like GTA 6 will be dropping.
No, it won't. It won't.
At least I think it
GTA 6 is fake.
will. But honestly though, 2016
I think Rockstar's wait until AI can make games, and then AI is gonna make GTA 6.
wasn't all sunshine and rainbows either. I think a lot of people said when they were actually living through 2016, they said it was complete buns. But after looking back on it, there were some heat things about 2016. I can't even lie.
But there were heat things about every year. Every year had something good. There were no years where it was all bad.
But today we're going to be going over the greatest things of 2016, and we're going to see how it compares to what we have coming in 2026. So we got to start with social media. And a lot of people are like, take me back to the days. You know what, man? I'm good. I'll take 2026 this time.
2016, like, social media was not good. Social media only gets better, I think.
Everybody was raving over Snapchat filters. There was Musical.ly.
Maybe TikTok's pretty bad, but...
Instagram, you just can't recreate it, bro. You had to be there. And since Snapchat and Instagram brought back their popular filters from 2016, everyone's been using them again in videos talking about 2016. And now these filters were global, bro. Everybody was using them.
I mean, everyone did use the dog face emoji.
Rio de Janeiro? I must have butchered that. There's no way. And this filter just speaks 2016 to people. People would describe using this filter on a summer day, the average day in 2016.
Bro, that's crazy.
I don't even want to think about Musically. I deadass was firing up Musically
What is Musically? Is that like wait, is that the OG TikTok?
dances. And that's why, honestly, I prefer 2026
Yeah, I do too.
for social media. I really do like this era of reaction images, bro. This is great. You can literally open up any comment section on TikTok. It is full of reaction images. And in 2015, we saw the birth of like really short form content like Vine, and then there was Musically. And now short form content is mostly what we consume now. There's
Yeah, it's so much.
a lot of people out there that just don't even bother with long form anymore.
Okay, I do more. I think I watch more long form than short form.
And another thing that I would prefer 2026 for again is memes. Like, to be honest with you, dog, we do not need these 2016 memes back. People really
Yeah, the memes are better than ever. The reason that there's like a new meme every week is because, chat, the reason there's a new meme every week is because there's so many good memes.
create a year. You gotta just appreciate the year, be happy that it happened, and move forward from it. Like, you can make new things to, I guess, kind of replicate the same feeling, but there's
Yeah.
no way you could just
Chat, fidget spinners were epic.
have to laugh at them again. Some of the most iconic memes from the year included Squidward dabbing, the MLG memes, Sanic, Dat Boy.
These are terrible.
All right, yeah, you can keep these, dog. Like, for
This was back when memes could just be like you say something and it's funny. It had a funny delivering, and then everyone goes crazy.
its time, I mean, I was in middle school, so of course I was laughing my ass off at these. But 10 years later, there's no way I'm laughing at these. Now, 2026, I guess the most popular meme so far this year,
Chat, MLG is not funny.
or something like that, is supposed to be an
I haven't seen any City Boy stuff.
ironic meme since somebody
not
dead ass
funny.
used this in a 2022 edit and thought it was so tough. So it went viral and it just took the internet by storm. There was also this shit called I Got Hella Money. Okay, this was just ass. But now
I haven't seen that one.
about 2016 slang. Now, some
2016 slang. What slang is it?
of these words are still used today.
I feel like most of it's probably gonna still get used.
Like, I hear people say bruh all the time.
Bruh? That's 2016? I feel that was more like 2019.
Occasionally I'll hear lit, but I've not heard the words fam and savage in
No. Yeah, this is 2016. Okay, now I'm remembering. People did say this.
years. It was crazy how mainstream
I
these
think my mom said that.
words were. Like, my parents were really asking me what these meant. Literally everybody with some kind of influence were using these words. Now, so
Is that
far in
Logan Paul?
2026, we got chud. I think it's a term for like a greaseball loser or something. I don't know. And apparently the word
I thought Chub was good. I thought it was like, is it like a reverse Chad? Like, because Chad means good.
popular slang word.
strong.
It's just another word for performative, pretty much. Now we got sports. Now, this 2016 sports era was crazy. Everybody was glazing the Warriors just for them to blow a 3-1 lead in the finals. Like, there were so many people walking around with a Warriors jersey on. And then we had the Broncos versus the Panthers for the Super Bowl, which, honestly, I thought was a pretty good game. I was expecting the Broncos to win, to be honest, but this year, we got the Patriots back in the Super Bowl, man. This shit is gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Seahawks destroyed them.
It might get a little wicked because it's the Seahawks, but I don't know, man. I'm calling the Patriots are going to win. I could be wrong, but we'll see.
This was made before the Super Bowl, I guess.
And then there was one of the greatest games of all time to drop. Pokemon Go. Now, I genuinely feel like
Pokemon Go. Chat. Pokemon Go. I still play this. I haven't played it in a while, but chat. Pokemon Go was like the best game ever. Probably the best mobile game ever made. Definitely top 3. Because it was like, Pokemon Go is, you can only play it on phone. This is the best mobile game because it should be a mobile game. It shouldn't be on anything else. Chat, I'm gonna